Hey there, Taurus. Welcome into Great Awakener Ether Realm. My name is Kimberly, and I am going to do an astrological report for the week of January 13th through the 19th. What you can expect to experience this week. We're going to start off with the Sun. The Sun is in Capricorn, which is your ninth house of higher learning and long distance travel. And there's going to be a full moon in Cancer on Monday, January 13th. And Cancer is your third house of early learning and short distance travel. All right. These two are going to oppose each other at 23 degrees. You are also going to have Mars here at 26 degrees, going to be conjunct this full moon. All right. So the Sun represents your ego, the moon represents your emotions, and the reason why full moons are so intense is because they're pulling on us. This one's pulling this way, this one's pulling this way, and they're basically having a big tug of war with each other. So basically you're going to this week you're going to be kind of having a decision to make between higher learning, early learning, and short distance and long distance travel. Now, these houses are really, this one's sextile to you, this one's trine to you. I mean, so they're actually very soft aspects. So nothing too intense here, except for the fact that we do have Mars conjunct it, which rules Aries, which is your 12th house. So you might have a little decision to make regarding the subject of learning or travel. All right. This full moon is also going to be sextile Uranus in Taurus, your sign, exactly at 23 degrees. Uranus is all about awakening and sometimes can be upheaval as well. Now, when you're talking about sextile, though, sextiles are, a pretty soft aspect, so the upheaval might not be it won't be so harsh, is the better way to explain it. Then we have the full moon also trining Neptune in Pisces. Pisces is your friendship sector, your 11th house. 11th house of friendships, dreams, hopes, wishes. So, I mean, you've got a pretty decent week here, it looks like. You got a lot of sextiles and trines. You also have a really big stellium here in Pisces, which is, again, your 11th house. Venus and Saturn are going to come into a conjunction here soon. And then Neptune has been in Pisces for 13, 14 years now. So you're used to that energy pretty well. Another thing that happened pretty recently, January 10th or 11th, is the North Node moved into Pisces. It's been Aries in your 12th house for the last year and a half about, since September 2023. At that time, you were more, your 12th house is your subconscious house. All right, like I already explained with little Chiron here. Chiron is the wounded healer, so it's that planet that makes you want to look at your wounds, your shadow side. All right, and do some healing on that. So looks like you've got through about a year and a half of that healing, and now you're ready to, focus on your friends, on your dreams, hopes, and wishes. So it looks like you've got a pretty good week going on here so far. So if your sun or any of your other planets are at 23 degrees, like this is going to trigger them the most. All right. So moving on to the rest of the week, the moon is going to then go into Leo, where it makes an exact opposition, like immediately, to Pluto. Leo is your home sign. Your fourth home and family, okay? And then Aquarius is your 10th house of career and reputation. Pluto moved into Aquarius permanently November 19th for a 19-year stay. It's a very slow-moving planet, but it was going back and forth for the past 2 years, basically to help us acclimate to its energy, all right? So even though we acclimated a little bit, it's still going to be kind of a new energy to us for a while. With the moon triggering Pluto, you're going to have just a small window because the moon does move pretty fast. It only takes 2 to 2.5 days to go through each sign. So just for maybe even a few hours, and because it's so close to the degrees of the full moon, you might have a little bit of upheaval in your home and or career sector, but it should be pretty fleeting at that time after a while. Let's see, then the moon will come around to square Uranus, and triggering that once more, and probably keeping your focus on the higher learning aspects that you experience on Monday. All right, but as I said, these are really short-lived aspects with the moon moving so quickly. It just kind of goes boom for a couple hours, boom for a couple hours, So it's not something that's like, long-lasting. All right, and then about, let's say around Thursday, Friday, the moon goes into Virgo, where Virgo will first trine Capricorn, or excuse me, Mercury in Capricorn, which is your higher learning again. Like you're going to get another trigger for your 9th house. And Mercury is all about communication, travel, short distance travel. So you've got, your short distance travel in your long distance travel sector. So, if you are traveling or communicating, there's going to be an emphasis on that. But again, short-lived, And then the moon will come around to first oppose Venus and then Saturn. Venus and Saturn are coming into a conjunction. Saturn is kind of a harsh planet, which is the ruler of Capricorn, actually. So it's, it rules your 9th house. But with Venus conjuncting Saturn, it softens it up. It really does. So it's a nice aspect. Anything that Jupiter or Venus touches, they're the benefactors. Like it softens things. All right. Then it'll come around to oppose Saturn for just a short while, and then it's going to come around to oppose Neptune and the North Node. So the North Node is about future, South Node is about the past. So North Node and South Node always oppose each other, all right? South Node in Virgo is your 5th house of romance, children, creativity, all right? And then the North Node is, of course, in Pisces. It's your 11th house. It's your friendships, friendships, dreams, hopes, wishes. Virgo, South Node is all about getting rid of everything, seeing anything that doesn't serve you anymore. It's about just getting rid of anything from the past that just get it out of there. So, of course, this has to do with your 5th house of children, creativity, romance. All right. Then the weekend comes along, and you've got the moon moving into Libra, which is your 6th house of daily habits, work, health, anything that you do basically on a daily habit or on a daily basis. It really it's going to come around and hit that 23-degree mark and form a T-square to that, or another square to that, a full-on square to that 23-degree mark that we had on Monday with the full moon. As I explained to others, when you have a full moon, it's about illumination. It brings your attention to whatever needs to be brought attention to, okay? Brings things out of that have been hiding in the dark. And you're able to like close the door on anything, again, that doesn't serve you. That's exactly what the lunar nodes are about as well. So this is bringing your attention to something, to your, and this in your case is to your higher learning and long distance travel, your short distance travel, and your early learning, okay? And it's going to square those. But fact of the matter is, you've got a really nice aspects going on here, because all of this is in your 3rd and 9th house. You know, you don't have a whole lot of harsh aspects going on here. So for right now, like, everything looks pretty darn good, you know. See if I have anything else for you here. We do, when the moon goes into Libra, it will trine Gemini. It'll also trine Pluto, like right when it goes in there, which is, you know, you always have to think of things as cyclic. Like, yeah, there might be some upheaval here, but then, you know, that with the moon moving into signs every 2 to 2.5 days, the energy changes, and the energy changes. So it's like you might have some upheaval, but then, you know, a solution can be found for it, and then you're, you know, then you feel better, basically, then you're more calm. So this is the awakening, basically, part of it. And then when it comes to here, it's accepting that, you know, maybe something needs to be done about it. And then when it comes here, you know, we'll discuss this next week, because I'm really just trying to do the weekly report from the 13th to 19th. So honestly, this whole week looks pretty darn good for you. I would have to say so. A lot of emphasis on your friends and hopes and wishes and dreams, you know, and higher learning, early learning, travel. So I hope that I was able to get any questions answered here. I definitely hope that it looks like you're going to have a good week. So I'm going to leave this here. And if you like this report, you know, you're more than welcome to subscribe. I also do personals, astrology, tarot, many other modalities. If you want to check out my website, you're more than welcome to. Thank you, Taurus.